What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it's time to do the week 4 paycheck to paycheck budget. But before I do that, we have to always reconcile the previous week's budget to make sure our numbers work before we move on. So I'm gonna zoom y'all in, and as y'all can see, I've already started at the top a little bit. So for progressive, it ended up being $120.33, and then I did have an unbudgeted expense at $24.72. It actually was $24, but it's a 72-cent international charge, and this is going to be a recurring fixed expense. I was on a 30-day trial and totally forgot about it until the email said, hey, you need to put in your payment information. So that's that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go down here, and I'm going to work backwards a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys why. Okay, so I'm going to zoom y'all out a little bit. If you have not seen the week 3 budget results video, I'll link that up in the eye in the sky. I have had to add a page, and I might have to add another one before the month is over. So we spent a total of $658.58, and the reason why I'm doing it a little bit backwards this time is because I do have some refunds in there, and yeah, my brain don't feel like working like that right now. So we're gonna do $658.58, and actually I'm not gonna do it that way because no, I am. You guys will see why I was a little hesitant at first, but I'll show y'all that. Okay, so let's do the budget part first. So we're gonna go up in here, and budget includes gas, groceries, everything except travel and business, because you guys can see that I actually itemized those things up here. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so we got gas at $10, and that actually was a car wash, but I include that in. $9.27, we got $56.22, $17.73, $5.88, $35.75, $15.23, $6.04, and $19.63. So for our budget, we spent $175.75, and we were supposed to spend up to $193.75. So we were under budget by $18. Now the business expenses ended up being $141.74. So we were under budget by $8.26. And then for travel, the way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to take the $658.58, subtract the, wait, what was I doing? Oh, so I'm going to take the $658.58 that we spent, subtract $193.75, add the 18, subtract $150, add the $8.26, and this is what we spent for travel, $341.09, but I'm going to subtract the $500, and that means that we were under budget by $158.91. And that should be right, because if we take what we were supposed to spend, subtract the 18, subtract the $158.91, then subtract the $8.26, that get, oh, whoa, where did I mess up? Oh, that's where. $158.91 gives us the $658.58, so we're good there. And then as far as savings go, that's all that I put in was what I already transferred, the $522.45. So let's go ahead and go down to the bottom for our reconciliation. Then we're going to move on to week 4. So the beginning balance was correct, of course, because we had already reconciled that from the previous budget. We have to add our income in. $6,783.08. So for fixed, we spent $157. For variable, $658.58. Then we have $522.45. Okay, so minus 157, 658.58 minus 522.45 gives us $5,445.05, but that is not what my checking account ended at. And my checking account actually ended at $5,451.30. So I'm just gonna put this here. And this is why it did 5,451.30 is $6.25. So it is because of that cash expense here. This is what I had in quarters or whatever, so it was never included in my checking account. But if you guys watch the video from that check-in, you guys will understand why it has balanced. I guess you could say it balanced me back out. So I am gonna go ahead and write in whatever it was supposed to be. But then I'm gonna add that 625 in. So basically I had to take the 625 out of my budget, even though it was in quarters, because my friend still had it in his jacket when he got to Georgia. So I had to remove it. So even though it was never in my checking account to begin with, now it can be counted towards the reconciliation because I don't have it in cash anymore. Like, I don't have it at all. So this gives me this, which is what my checking account actually ended at. And I'm just gonna put cash gone, see week 3 in tracker. That's because a few months from now, probably 30 days from now, I won't even remember why I wrote that in to begin with. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start on week 4. So week 4 and week 5 are basically no income weeks for me, but week 5 may actually have $300 worth of income that should come to me because I turned in my reimbursement, my travel reimbursement form to my travel agency. They basically reimburse you up to $300 depending on how many miles you drove. And I drove 1,900 miles. So of course I ended up maxing that $300 out, but I put it in earlier this week. So I should get paid it next Friday, but we'll see. So this budget is going to take us from March 22nd to March 28th. And let's go ahead and get started. So this week, our fixed expenses, I have my credit services. The due date is the 22nd. The amount is $50. And then we have FSM that is due on the 23rd. I'm actually going to put a star next to these because these are paid on my credit card, and I want to make sure that I pay attention to that and pay the credit cards off as soon as the transaction actually like goes all the way through and is no longer pending. So that's $34.95. And then we have Simply Safe, which I don't know if they're going to charge me or how much they're going to charge me because I actually turned it off on the 10th, I believe, maybe somewhere around there. So I don't really know how their billing cycle works, but yeah. So that's $24.99. And then we have roadside, and that is due on the 27th, and that's $7.99. So our total, we got 50, 34.95, 24.99, and then $7.99. So that's going to be $117.93. So then, of course, our remaining is going to be negative the whole way down because we don't have any income. Now, what this is kind of showing you guys, honestly, is that even if you get paid on, let's say, a bi-weekly basis, if you still want to do some reconciling like this, where it's on a weekly basis, if you want to, let's say you get paid every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. If you want to take your expenses from Wednesday to the next Tuesday and do a weekly budget like this, then that following Wednesday to the next Tuesday, your income would just be zero because all of your income came the previous week. You could do it that way, or you can do this to where this would end up being like March 22nd till April 4th, I think would end up being the next week or whatever. So it just really all depends on you, honestly. I like doing things on a weekly basis because I feel like when I let things pile up for 2 weeks, that's just kind of a lot to me. But again, it's all on personal preference. Now, technically, my income as of right now, because I'm not on a travel assignment, is going to be coming in every 2 weeks, every 2 Wednesdays, basically. So my next income won't be coming in until April 10th. But I'm still going to do things the way that I'm doing them. And I will explain that when I do my actual March. Why do I keep saying March? My actual April budget. You guys will see exactly why I'm just going to continue doing things the way that they are, even though I'm not being paid on a weekly basis anymore. Okay, so for variable expenses, I believe all we have is the budget. Yeah, we're in this box right now. So these are the fixed expenses. That's the only variable expense. So we're going to do budget. There's no due date, and that is $193.75. Oh, I didn't put, y'all, I did so good last week. I'm just gonna blame it on the fact that I had a lot going on for the last 7 days. All that traveling back and forth, honey, I just forgot all about how I do things. Okay, so for total, we got $193.75 remaining. So we're already at $117.93 negative. And then we're going to subtract another $193.75. So that's going to give us negative $311.68. Then we'll do the savings portion. And of course, because I am using my income allocation method, there's no income to allocate. But I'm still going to do an unbudgeted just in case. Typically, the unbudgeted for savings doesn't come in until the very last week of the month when I am resetting my budget or my checking account back down to $4,000. All right, so unbudgeted. Bam, bam. So after I do this, we will set up our reconciliation at the bottom and then we will be done. So for total, got 0. Okay, so let's set up the bottom portion. Come out just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got projected, actual, and honestly, I probably should have like tried to condense this to half and half because I do have a week 5. But what I'm gonna probably do is just attach an extra sheet to the back of this because I actually don't use these sheets anymore. Not that I don't have any more financial goals, but I've reached my biggest financial goal, which was to pay off all my debt. So really my only big financial goals, honestly, is just to continue saving, which I don't really need to write that in here. So I'll probably just attach another sheet, a note sheet right there, and kind of do it that way. Or I'll just attach it to the side right here, kind of like I did on the expense tracker. Okay. So we have our beginning balance. We're going to add our income, subtract the fixed, the variable, and the savings. So our beginning balance is our ending balance from last week, which is $5,451.30. Excuse me. The income is 0. Fixed is $117.93. Variable is $193.75. Savings is going to be 0. So let's subtract. So 5,451.30 minus 117.93 minus 193.75 gives us an ending balance of $5,139.62. So you guys know that I zeroed down to $4,000 at the end of the month. So this basically means that I still have $39.62 left in my budget to use for week 5 if I don't, overspend in week 4. So I think that that's actually pretty good. For some people, not having an income for like 3 weeks might be a little scary. For me, hey, you roll with the punches and you figure out how to make it work and you do what you're supposed to do. Okay. So that is our paycheck to paycheck budget for week 4. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.